Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of On Cook and Wine. I'm joined by my co-host Farai and Tawil behind the scenes. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hey,
I missed you people.
Me too.
I just see you last week. What has been happening in the streets of Harare or Zimbabwe?
I'd rather the streets of the world.
Jeez, so much has been happening. Like Twitter has been buzzing, Instagram, TikTok, crazy things have been happening.
Yeah, like
Holy
just a
10.
lot.
Is it okay? Is it true he's in hospital?
Apparently.
In Looney Bin or hospital?
Looney what?
Oh, sorry. Oh, is it rehab?
No, he said, I think in his thinking, I think I saw a video last week or something like that where he was posting is like this nice place. It looked green. I don't know where that is. But he was kind of saying Kuti he's in rehab.
So he wasn't like, he's not in a jacket, yeah, the street jacket.
What jacket?
Oh, so he's not in the Looney Bin.
What is it? What are you saying? What is a looney bin?
Well, a Looney Bin is for people that are crazy, you know? Like people think he's crazy. Yeah, like he's loony.
I think there's different types of crazy.
Oh.
I don't know if
So he's in rehab crazy. Okay.
No, I feel like there's different types of I don't even want to say crazy, right? I think he's in rehab for alcohol. What you call it? What do they call it?
For him to get detoxed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's something like that. I don't think it's, although Ola hinted on his podcast, I don't know if you watched it, he was like, he talked to the father and they said it's deeper than what we think it is.
So, like, he went through a psychological breakdown. Is that it?
He didn't really he didn't say something specific, but he said he had a call with the father and then they had a conversation where the father was like, he wants to apologize to everybody that has been wronged by Holy 10 because what we see is not as, what we think it is, it's actually not that. But
Witchcraft?
Witchcraft.
Apologizing.
You see, that's the problem with Africans. When something goes wrong, the first thing that comes to your head, it's witchcraft.
Wow.
What is it?
Than we think, and now
Okay.
I don't understand.
Oh, you're saying when the father is saying it's deeper. I think it's probably mental health issues. Probably is just going a psychotic breakdown.
To everyone who is he wronged?
I know a video like I can figure apologize but look, I wronged A, B, C, D. I was out of line. Blah blah blah. He did point.
He did
out.
say.
Could it be the reason why he is in that state?
No, but he was in that state before he even said that. Do you understand? So it's not because, before he even went on live and said all those things he had said. Tau Kuroya. You see, Africans.
We're talking about what you're not rule it out.
Right? And why then are you apologizing to the people that he offended? Are you trying to say these people are the ones responsible for the condition?
No, I think as a father, because listen, he was talking about the president of Zimbabwe. Which again, I think I saw that it was, you're not supposed to say that. I think according to the constitution, you're not supposed to say stuff like that. Generally. Yes, in as much as we have freedom of speech. Yeah, you're not supposed to say that. And also he's bringing in people, public figures and saying stuff about them. So as a parent who then is probably trying to figure out what is going on with my child, I think it's safe to say, look, you guys might think he's just being funny. Because there's a difference with the condition and just being and being drunk and having being drunk and just being silly on social media.
So he's a Kanye West with them, like he's having his episodes right now. Kanye
has a mental health problem, right?
Yeah, it's got bipolar, like it is serious, eh?
Holy 10 we've not received any official diagnosis, so we don't know what it is. Ola just hinted that there's a problem bigger than what we think it is. Hopefully when he comes out of rehab or Ola gets more detail, we might then know.
What if I would whenever I say Mashari and he doesn't want to be like a Sekuro or Mondor or something? Like it's possible, hey? No, he's acting out. Oh my God, so that one.
There's no smoke without fire.
So I come on laughing because you guys are the same crazy thing.
Like, I'm glad ndikwayenda right now kunogadziriswa. Maybe ada kutomgonzi I don't know Pira Madzim or something. Oh my god.
Guys, this is all this is all speculation.
Maybe.
This is not real information. Disclaimer. These guys are just speculating.
But don't blame it on the alcohol at the end of the day.
Listen, you know what? I think
We're not gonna blame it on this.
earlier on we were talking about how alcohol can affect people, and I think we as a nation sometimes we don't understand because you know the whole thing. Southern Africans drink a lot. As Zimbabweans, Zambians, South Africans, Botswana. Because when I was in uni in Cyprus, Southern Africans were the most drinkers, right? And I feel like sometimes we take it for granted the amount of alcohol that we drink, and how it sometimes affects us. So we're not really like, oh, it's an alcohol problem. We don't see alcohol as a problem because naturally we are drinkers. We are, when you look at in terms of Africa, we're part of the country that drinks a lot. So I think when he comes and then says it's alcohol, like, yeah, no, man, it can't be. But alcohol can really be a problem.
Yeah, it can be, but I feel as if Kanawagara only something to say to somebody. People find a scapegoat. I was under the influence,
It gives you the confidence.
It gives you confidence. Which means the platform. It's been in his head over and over again. One sip, now everyone's like, oh my God, it's alcohol. Brother, it's real.
No, but again, also him saying it when after drinking alcohol, it reflects back to his mental health. To say if he has been everything that he was saying, if that is what he's going through in his life, then that's not cool. It's definitely affecting his mental health.
Yeah.
Because some of the things he was saying that I'm not gonna say, but it's just like, what? Is it really? It could be true, it could be lies. We don't know what the situation is, but it's also saying, dude, if you're going through that, then shit is off. Like,
you should just stop washing his dirty laundry, Bazirano. Like,
no, actually, I don't blame him. I'm sorry to say this. I blame his manager if he has one.
Right.
No, but you think you can control someone like that? Because also maybe I could have a manager, right? You could have a manager today, and then I'm just alone and I'm drinking, and then the next thing I have my phone. I'm doing a live. I'm saying whatever I want to say. So I feel like there's limited things that a manager can do. You can't then be like, let me take your phone. Don't be on live. He's an adult. You can't confiscate his phone.
No, you can't.
But prayers to him, and like whatever's going on, I pray he gets well. We love him. I love his music. He said, you're the one that said you don't love Holy music.
I have mad love for him.
I love his music. I love Holy Ten. Like, I feel like he's cool. I feel like he has a lot of potential to grow. He's still young.
Yeah.
So I just hope prayers to him and his family, man. I hope everything goes well.
Even with Kim, I feel for her right now. I do, and the beautiful son, and even Holy 10 sons. Look at his other son. My one.
By the way, what is Kim saying?
Why should she say Magada?
She's the wife. She's the better half.
Yeah,
Moving on.
We are going kiki.
Moving on. There's a video that Yaya posted. I just want us to just touch on this because I had a conversation recently with somebody and we were talking about this. There was a video she posted. I don't know if it's this week, but it was posted on Zimceleb, where she's basically saying, okay. Right? She's basically saying, if we as women were waiting to get married to the rich man,
the prince.
So she's basically saying it's not going to be everyone's case, So sometimes you have to accept that it might not be for me, and it's okay. And then so it got me thinking in fact, I was having a conversation with somebody, and it got me thinking there are people, there are young women that are striving. That's why you hear they are looking, doing all sorts of things to find Mbinga, to find a rich man.
Yeah.
And I saw when I was having this conversation with this person, he was like, it's they don't have integrity. And I was like, is it really that they don't have integrity, or it's a case of poverty? What do you guys think about that? Do you think these people have a choice that you can decide not to be a prostitute? You can decide not to date rich men. You can decide not to aspire to date a rich man? Because a lot of young girls now want to date a rich man. They want to be in that space where they're dating a rich man. Is it so? This person's like, no, they just don't have integrity. You can work. I was like, you're coming from a place of advantage, right? You are in a good place. But if you are, because this person is abroad again, but if you're in Zimbabwe and not everyone else is awarded the same opportunities that were awarded, anyway, my question is, do you guys think it's a lack of integrity or it's poverty pushing people to then want to be married to rich men? Like has become the only option for most young women in Zimbabwe.
All right, here's the thing. Everybody aspires to be the princess that gets to get married to the prince. You know, the fairy tales start when we're young. And we're groomed, like it's not something you want to being groomed as girls. Because oh my God, you need to aspire to have a rich guy. The things that you watch with Disney, how the princess carries herself, you know, Cinderella rags to riches type of story, you know, and then a prince to come in to save you, your whole damsel in distress. Such things, they start from a tender age. And as women, we already aspire to know a man is supposed to be what? The one who takes me out of my poverty. That is those who are already born in riches. Then there's a princess who's already born in the riches, you see. She also aspires for a prince. She also aspires for a king, you see. They're not looking for the guy who's the cleaner, you know, in the garden. That's not us as women. Saka kana chapwa mentality yakadaro as we grow. Yes, it's prostitution or kushai. That's how we already, that's in our DNA. Kuti muruman fana kuta the prince that is, you know, the one that rescues you, the one that gives you everything, the jewels. You're the queen of his castle. You get what I mean? And then, no, I know you want to swoop into this.
No, I just want to comment.
All right.
I'll first ask a question. What about the poor man? If the rich girls are saying, no, you're not my class, you're not my type. And the poor girls are saying, no, you cannot take me out of this situation. What about them?
That's a topic for another day. Is it good to right. Princess?
Good answer. Good answer. They should work hard, right?
Yeah.
Now, my comment is, it's about goal setting. I think when we are setting a goal of saying, I want to get married, I want to be married to this and this and this, these are my standards. You also have to work hard.
True.
I've said last time that you want a guy with a car. Where is your own car? Sometimes we are affected because of our backgrounds. We lose focus. We focus on one thing. We are focusing on another goal just to get married, and we're not looking at other factors about improving yourself. You yourself, you attract
what you are.
Yes. You don't have to. Yes.
Literally. Okay, I hear you, Tao, and I also hear you, Farai. Like both your points are valid. But I think what Ye was specifically talking about was the situation that we're in right now, where women are settling to be number 4, wife number 4, wife number 5, or girlfriend. They know that this person is 3 wives, 2 girlfriends, but they're okay with being the 3rd girlfriend. Like they're okay being number 6 in the line, in the queue of so many women.
As long as there's money.
As long as there's money. So it's no longer about the princess fairy tale. It's about I need to survive, or I need to be the one buying Louis Vuitton on social media. I need to be the one in business class on social media. I don't care how this man is making his money, whether he's stealing. I don't care whether akaromba. I don't care what people say about this man. I don't care how many women he has in life. I don't care about what diseases he has. I just want to be there. Is it a lack of integrity, or is it the poverty that we're experiencing in this country?
It's poverty that has pushed people to have lack of integrity. That's the best way to put it.
And it's poverty that has led people to not have exposure. It's all about exposure to me. It's if you lack exposure,
okay,
and then you're doomed to fail and you're doomed to death. Exposure.
Sorry, to cut you. What do you mean by exposure? Like, because I'm like, some of these people are exposed that are going after these rich men.
No, you're not exposed. Why? You want this rich man so that you can get a Louis Vuitton, you can get these expensive wigs, and then when you're there, you realize, no, this was not worth my time. This was.
Do they realize that?
Now you will. When you're suffering on your deathbed, you realize, no, this has actually killed me, because you've got what you wanted, but in exchange of what? You are not getting
social
anything in
media,
excess.
slay queen,
Yeah.
life is doing well for me.
There's this Newton's law of motion that for every action there's a reaction. So for every thing that you do, there's a consequence for it.
Yeah, there always is. I mean, something's gotta give.
So you guys are saying that the poverty in Zimbabwe is limbo, because are you really hungry if you are going to Mbinga for business class? Is it really hunger? Because what is it?
No,
if you're going to
hungry
date
for attention.
So it's not poverty then, it's lack of integrity.
There's also lack of integrity that has made you hungry. Get it? It's like all of it is all,
But do you think if the economic situation in Zimbabwe was better, there would be less need for Mbingas, or it will still be the same?
In America, there's still sugar daddies and the sugar babies. They still get all that. Even, my stable economies, it's still there.
So
girls that are being taken care of by sugar daddy.
don't you
It's
think
the oldest profession, Sha. Even in
but
the
don't you
Bible.
think it's too much now in Zimbabwe?
I think it's because Nyaye social media has made it okay. So it's all right for girls to lose their morals in this way. And slowly but surely, the Bible once upon a time used to govern us, and religion used to govern us. That's the best way to put it. But now, with the way the world is now changing, it's why should I be the one that has to listen to what the Word of God has to say? Other people are also doing that. So people are just following into whatever it is that everybody is doing. If Shurumi Tira, then it's not bad. Then it's great.
And Namo in Tumaguta Shakawanda. That's all I can say. Namo is
Nemakaro.
yeah. Those things they're
agreed.
not good.
Yeah.
So guys, are you saying that, okay, because I was having a conversation with somebody, and he was adamant to say, we grew up in poverty. The people that grew up in poverty that didn't need Mbinga, that worked hard to go to school, to do whatever work they needed to do, yada, yada, yada. They really didn't need to settle. I mean, there are people like that. They really didn't. Is it not because of laziness?
Shomoj, any laziness. I just want to have things, the easy way. And because the Vanugalzogunzi Shansa Chao so that you get by. Then that's just about it. When I go to manage my opportunities, actually, they're not coming my way. So what's the point in me having to keep trying and trying? Then they start blaming witchcraft. They start blaming Hama. They start blaming themselves. They even say God doesn't even exist. So
I might as well jump on the Mbinga wagon.
Now,
Exactly.
I would not want to judge, but nowadays it's not about what you know. It's about who you know. Also, it's about creating these connections, social connections.
Yeah.
And I've discovered that I'm not being a male chauvinist, but I've discovered that funga zemkadzi dzogumira funga on this thing. That's yeah. I'm being for real.
On what thing?
Oh, nigga, you do.
That's the last thing that they'll say. No, I cannot suffer when I have this thing.
What? What if I would start throwing glasses at somebody?
Okay. Explain yourself. Let's give him a chance to explain himself.
That's where they end. If I use this, then I'm going to go somewhere. My mostly. Let me use mostly, not all. Mostly. There's this saying that say behind a successful man, there's a hardworking woman.
Usually.
So if you want a Mbinga, be that lady, be there for me, so that I can be on Mbinga, so that I can treat you as a princess as you want.
No, but we don't. These women don't even want to support. They just want to come when you're already established and chop. Anyway,
there's this girl. I don't remember this mimi. That song mskana. Ntunga story Zimbabwe. Na chita anzi nini diri shark. Diri chi. Ndiruda kuchopa. I like chopping money. I think I will.
Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with women wanting to be spoiled or be taken care of by men. I think the only problem comes when, as a woman, you make it the center of your entire existence to say, I want to find a man to leave. Do you understand? Like, I think as a woman, you should have options to say, I can still survive without a man. I want to be spoiled. I like being spoiled. But at the same time, I don't think as women we should make it like an entire... Because I feel like a lot of women in Zimbabwe make it their entire existence. You hear, like the whole... I've been around certain women and the conversation is about, hey Ningi, how do I get you? It's like you can still have your life. If it comes, good for you. If it doesn't, you can still survive.
And that's the reason why we are failing to get the gender equality thing. Why? Because you are still colonized in the brain that you depend on men for your living. And then that's just how we were failing to get the 50-50 thing. And because you still depend on men. Yeah.
Do you want to get into this or should we move on?
No, but that was what we
That's how we're failing.
Okay, let's go to women that have their own money. Cardi B.
Yeah. So she goes to Jennifer Hudson's show. Next thing is Paturap. Don't you know that on her after the show you have to walk a corridor, dancing and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Then she struts side. I was like, I was like, Mom. Pepper, she had gone to court first. I mean, let's just rewind it back. When she went to court,
people were suspecting.
She's like, hey, look at what I put. She goes home, she removes the stuffing pretending as if she's not pregnant. I was like, okay, maybe she really isn't pregnant. And maybe she wanted sympathy from the judge. Amen. Next thing is Alpa Jennifer Hudson, Then she goes to Gail King.
Yes, she goes to Gail King. I
this podcast. She drops the whole...
She is pregnant. So Cardi B, who is not yet divorced.
She's not
yet.
officially.
It's not yet finalized. It's in the process. She filed for divorce. So she's not yet divorced. Yeah. She is Offset. She was married to Offset. Offset, who has 6 kids. And Cardi B has 3 and the last one is not even a year old.
She's a year. Yeah, I think I should say 1 year.
And while they're waiting for the divorce to be finalized, Cardi B is dating Stefan Diggs, who also has 2 kids now.
I think I heard good he's got.
He's got the first one was born in 2016, and then I think the second one was like literally a couple of months ago.
That's only 1 year. Yeah.
1 year. 1 year. They're dating.
I need 4 baby. I need 3 baby mamas.
7.
Really? And the last baby, I need about 7 months because I was reading about him. Like I said, okay. Now Cardi is officially baby mama number 4. Kwa Offset, I'm number 4, and she's having baby number 4. Looks like it's a lucky number after all. Man.
So my first question is, before we get into the details, is how long after a divorce do you think somebody should start dating? Because obviously Offset was cheating in the marriage and then he went on. But for Cardi, for women especially, how long after divorce do you think, Farai, you've been there?
I should not formulate.
Really?
I think Farai has once heated on us. She's moved on.
But she's not cheating. They filed for divorce. I think she's not
like
dating.
She was in a relationship.
Yeah.
Obviously, you cannot. You have to be connected to those. By the way, who's pregnant is it?
Pregnancy, yeah.
It's Stefan
Diggs.
But some people are saying you never know. It could be
Offset
Offset because Cardi be going back and forth. So yeah.
Complicated.
So you're saying it's okay for, I mean, because again, the divorce hasn't been finalized.
Yeah.
They're still going through it. And already she's pregnant for another man. How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like she's healed or she is just trying to get back at Offset? Because I feel like sometimes when we're heartbroken, because she obviously says she was heartbroken, she was hurt, she was going through this, she felt like somebody had died, she's losing this person. Do you feel like she's really in love, she's ready to move on, this is what she wants? Or it's... Because sometimes as women, we do stupid things, especially after a breakup. I've done stupid things. Even men, when you're trying to get back to somebody. Do you feel like it's really... Okay, first of all, do you think it's a wise thing to do, to get pregnant in this situation?
It's not wise, but at the end of the day, that's Cardi and that's her business. It's not really wise. Because look, no offense, Stefan. Stefan's a very handsome man.
He's cute.
They all have
I would have a kid for him as well.
They'll have a beautiful baby.
He is cute.
He's hot.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's really hot. But now the thing is, Auntie, I feel like he doesn't love Cardi. I don't know. I'm just feeling it that way. Cardi, I feel like she really does like the guy Joktonaro. And I really think she wants to just get back at Offset. She really loved Offset.
Somebody say that Stefan just wanted to show that he can get Offset's woman. You know, like I can get that.
Nah, I don't think it was personal with Stefan.
Not personal per se, but you know how? Because I've been with men like that. I've seen men like that. Men that will kind of just date somebody because that person has been with a man of a higher status, or that people are saying this is like a bad woman. Like men, because of their ego, do those things. I've been with a man like that, and then
I think for him it was just an ego boost to do it.
Exactly my point. Like it wasn't, because honestly, I didn't know who he was before Cardi.
Can I know? Oh, why did you just rock up? Like,
now we know about him. Now we're talking about him because of Cardi. Do you understand? Like, so yeah, and then also the decision. So people are split between the whole idea. Some women are like, "Go Cardi, you're showing that you've moved on, you've had a kid, yada yada. This is good." And then some people are like, "That's a stupid move. Like you cannot go be a baby mama again. He's not marrying you. He's not yet married you. He has a baby who's 7 months year old." Where do you guys stand? Do you think it was a good thing? Do you think it's like Cardi showing that, oh yeah, I'm over you. I've moved on my life. Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think like it's really unwise for her to be in this situation?
Now, I honestly think it's out of bitterness.
Now sit.
Why is it out of bitterness? And she's been hurt, she's been disappointed, and that does not only lead to bitterness, but bitterness does not stay still. It leads to resentment.
Yeah.
And when it's resentment, it doesn't need any trigger for you to act otherwise. And that also creates what we call false self. False self is when you think you are acting according to values, but you're acting because you are wounded. You are shaped by wounds. You are shaped by disappointments. And that's not who you are. You are disappointed. You've changed. And you were once compassionate, and now...
Which makes sense, because people are also mentioning that on the Girl podcast. Oh, sure. She also mentioned that she didn't tell her parents.
Yeah, she did. She didn't. She
didn't tell her parents. I feel like, why are you hiding it? You know, when something is good, is beautiful. I feel like she feels... I feel like Stefan was just like, let me get back at Offset. This looks good. And then, oops. I think her pregnancy was an oops moment.
It was.
And now she's in this situation. Not necessarily because she's thinking this is forever after. This is... But again, it is what it is.
If I may ask, who is filing for the divorce?
Was it? I think Cardi's filed for the divorce.
I think it's Cardi.
Cardi did.
Now it's get dramatic when she's pregnant for this guy.
Somebody, I think I was watching on TikTok, some woman was like, in some states in America, if the divorce is not filed and they decide not to go ahead with the divorce, this child Offset will be required to take care of. I was like, that's wild.
That's gonna be dramatic.
That's wild. I think I've even heard Mapunga talking about it, that even if I'm married to him, to Tao, for example, if I'm married to Tao, right, and I cheat on him and I bring a child, Tao is culturally would be responsible for that child.
Now, have you heard of bigamy?
Yeah, he said bigamy because hana kuna nororwa na Stefan. Inenogona kwangu auntie with this whole situation na Stefan. I think we're having too much fun, auntie. And Cardi is not really Stefan's type.
Why do you say that?
He's
too cute. That man is handsome.
He is very hot. And look, Cardi is ghetto. No, the ghetto rural. That's how she is. And next to a man, I got to say Stefan. Stefan doesn't talk too much. And I can want somebody who can have fun with, he's still young, he's not too known and stuff like that. And I'm going to look great next to him. And I go, good. And
he just got a huge contract, like 26 million or something contract.
Baby, I'm sort of him face. Akato, next thing is she's pregnant. Oh, yeah, like you said, that is an oops baby.
Yeah, and that's an
not
oops
a baby
baby
they planned for. But look, she's busy flaunting little baby blossom. We're happy for that. And it's great. And she's moved on. I was hoping would see at least I'm not sure 5 years now, Stefan. But 5 years, I can picture $1 million. I was going to say 5 years, I mean, look at the relationship itself. I'm not hating on. Sorry, I am not. No, I am not. Ciao.
No, Shadega, no, I don't remember what it's saying.
I got to Shoni. Oh yeah, now you're just gonna be a baby mom after you left your husband.
Another baby mama.
Yeah, just gonna
to
be
another man, and
yeah.
he's probably not gonna marry you, whatever the case is.
But that to get back to Jatatara Nejaya, women will find it better to be the mistress and not be the wife.
Okay, so a lot of people on TikTok were arguing with the fact that someone was saying there was a divide between someone saying it's okay for Cardi to have 4 kids because she has money. Okay, and I've been around. I have a friend of mine. He has like a lot of kids, but he's got money. And one day he just confessed to me. He was like, you know what? I feel like I give my kids what they want, but I'm never there for them. What do you think about that? The idea of people saying it's okay for you to have a lot of kids when you have money, even if you're not around.
People shouldn't use money as an excuse to do the parenting, Manellis are going to be there, you having to go look for the money, yada yada. Just don't look nice, looking sweet, but it's still, the chickens always come to roost. Yeah, your kids still need you. They still need to see mom. They still need to see dad. They still need to be cuddled. Be taken to the hospital. They need to the soccer matches and stuff like that, just for you to be present. I know, Gawanda, there's nothing wrong with you having a lot of kids, but do you have time for them? Is the question. Mari waita, but vanavako. I mean, that is like, money can't buy that amount of time and love. It can't. It really can't.
Oh, what's your feeling? Before I say what I think about it, what's your feeling about it?
I loved when she said parenting and money. I feel like parenting, you have to be there. You have to see how your kids are growing, how they're keeping up. You have to be there. You have to be a father figure for your children. You have to be a mother figure for your children. You have to be there for them. Now I remember well, it's personal, but I remember one day my granny was telling my mom, it's really that was because sometimes he was never there. So it's good to be there for your family, not just for your kids. It's good to be there.
I'm a bit, do you know what? When I was going through these TikToks, I was conflicted because I'm one person that when people ask me, why don't you have children, or why don't you want to have children? Because people are like, you're 34, you should have kids now. And my point is, my answer, my first response is, I don't have enough money, right? So I think growing up as an orphan, you understand. Okay, so I'll share something about me before we close. Growing up as an orphan, I grew up in a neighborhood where literally everyone around me had money except for us. Because my parents passed on and everyone in this neighborhood was going to a private school. I was going to a government school. So you see the difference. Yeah. You understand the difference. You grow up in a world where you're like, oh, they're going for shopping for this Christmas. For Christmas. Like,
holiday.
What? I never had that. If we knew fees was paid, food was there, then thank God great. Life is happening. So I've always been the person that says I will have kids when I have money. Right? But then the more I grow older and the more I interact with different people and I see how their childhood has affected them because their parents are not there, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if money is enough. Because, for the longest time, I've always been saying, until I have money, I'm going to be... my friends tell me, you're going to be a good mother because you care, you love. But I'm like,
is that enough?
I don't have the money. I don't have the money. But I'm beginning to be turned and thinking, maybe. Yeah, but...
well, okay.
But I still need a handsome man, like Stefan Diggs, who doesn't have a lot of baby mamas. But I get what you're saying. The emotional support is the... Cardi B. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's just a lot. Now, speaking of wives, the wife to Charlie Kirk. Ooh. Charlie Kirk, who died, shot straight in the neck. And the wife is just a wreck right now.
No, she's not.
She is.
No, she's not. I don't think she is.
I saw the difference.
I think Candace, Candace?
Yeah, Candace
Owen is more a wreck of the wife. Did you see how she's posting his hands in the coffin? Who does that? Who literally, guys, have you been at a funeral? Have you lost a loved one?
I have.
How are you taking a selfie, a picture to post on social media of? Look, I have been there. I've
What
seen.
if it's PR?
Listen, I lost my parents. I've seen. Who is thinking about PR when you've lost a love? She literally took her hands. Did you see the picture? If you can find it, Atibu, you should put it. She literally took her hands and Charlie Kirk's hands. It's on social media. In the coffin. Guys, I've lost parents. I've seen my mother in the coffin. In that moment, like, you are not, like, there is no possible way. If I take my... No, sorry, my point is, if I was to relive that moment where I was seeing my mother in the coffin and my father in the coffin, there is absolutely no way I'm thinking of taking a phone, and it's horrific. It's painful.
Yeah.
So to think that she had the audacity to take out her phone and put her hands on his hands and take a selfie and post it right there and there in that moment is crazy. And to do that speech where she's like, whatever Charlie did, you were going to do more. It's crazy. I don't know what to say, but grief, guys, I have grieved.
That's her way of grieving. Maybe in the background, she's breaking down, you know? I don't know.
In the background, you should not have time for social media if you're grieving, I think.
Guys, I think
that-
You will
That's
not
what
have, actually, when you, because if you can separate the background and social media, then that doesn't mean you're grieving.
exactly. It's because the one with the hands was a bit personal. Like, it wasn't in. If someone had taken a picture and posted it, it would make a difference. She literally put her picture in the guys. Rufa Judge Kisieri, coffin, a dead person is not. Why are you posting it on social media? In his coffin. Candace Owen was more emotional than the wife. Sorry to say. I don't know, but
Looks like you're revealing certain secrets.
I don't know anything. I'm just saying what I see on social media. But what you guys think about that before we close? I think the last thing, Charlie Kirk, for me, I have a dilemma because I believed, sorry to say, some of his opinions made sense. Some were like, nah, that's too much. You can't say that, you have to. But for example, one thing I'll talk about something that I disagreed with him where he said, even if your father rapes you, you shouldn't abort. Even in Zimbabwe, abortion is allowed if you've been, is it? Yeah, I think
it is.
Because someone picture that.
It's
but
legal.
it's legal if you've been raped or if it's incest, right? Even in our country, it's allowed. So for him to be an American where abortion is allowed in America and to then stand up and say, even if your father raped you, you should keep it. I didn't agree. It's crazy.
Okay, everybody has an opinion in the world. And Charlie had quite a huge opinion, He served it and he shoved it down your throat. And like you did say, other things you agreed, other things you didn't. I was like, people like him take with a pinch of salt. So I don't know, I take this, I don't take, And for him to be shot like in cold blood like that, like very open, I started against gun violence again. And then they were like, yeah, we're going to show you what gun violence is. Straight in the neck, clean. That was something else.
It was crazy.
It was just messed up crazy. And I mean, nobody deserved to die like that.
No.
Even if that man was a criminal, even if that man was a rapist, even if that man was keeping pregnancy after incest or rape, he still didn't deserve to die like that.
But then I think that also says so much about freedom of speech in a world that in as much as we think we do have freedom of speech, your opinions will get you in trouble.
True.
Until you're too quiet. You're just looking at us like...
Depends on what it is.
Well, I think sometimes we have to think before we speak.
Like Harley Tan, thinking before you speak.
You cannot say such as disgusting to say you should not abort when your father rapes you. I'm just imagining someone who got raped by their father or it could be stepfather or whoever it is.
Or anybody.
Yeah. And they're listening to that. How are they going to respond? How are they going to react? We should be considerate, I think. I remember a case of Rimbo Topodzi, and I don't remember, they were fighting against all this, the constitutional thing. They're saying it's illegal, the whatever here in Zimbabwe. They were so emotional about it because she had a background of her being abused way back. So I think sometimes we have to be very sensitive of what we are saying, because I cannot imagine someone who got raped by their father and you're telling them not to abort.
Yeah.
Keep their
It's,
child.
yeah, it's disturbing, really. And you are telling me to keep something that gives me no rest in my mind, that bothers me throughout the night, and it's not right. We should know who we are, how to influence. Yes, we are opinionated, but I think we should know what to say.
True. I feel like he acted like the biggest mouthpiece, Trump. As like he just simply went off as mouthpiece, karika mini Trump, and chattering and not giving a damn what people say. And he thought Kuti maybe was invincible enough to not actually be killed. Not invincible per se, but not important to be killed. I mean, Kalojona Trump akaposwa on the ear. One more about him. This time around, I was like, this time they're not gonna miss. I didn't know it was going to be on Charlie. Sadly, I thought it was gonna go clean on Trump, but it went straight on. But who would pull the trigger? Yeah, I'm America.
No, but you know, that's what I say about opinion. That we live in a world where people have access.
Yeah.
People are exposed. People are, people are easily offended. We live in a world where I could say something today and someone would be like, you offended me by saying this. We talked about Zimbabwe women. Someone would come and be like, people are easily offended. People have the platform to talk. So I feel like it's okay to have opinion, but like Tao was saying, is be sensitive. Be sensitive to the groups of people you're talking about. He was talking about the LGBTQI community. He was talking about Black women. He was talking about Israel. He was talking about all these things. Just be sensitive, because in as much as we have freedom of speech, as the world wants to claim, as the United Nations wants to claim, we still have people that don't know how to act or respond to the offense that they're receiving from your opinions. But anyway, may his soul rest in peace, man. I
think the statement should not be freedom of speech, but freedom after speech.
Right.
Oh yes. No, that's true. Because oh man, we were having such a good time, but the Charlie thing just
Sorry.
Farai was in a good mood today. Just important to note. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, man. This was awesome.
It was.
I can't say that because people know who you are.
We just want to say congratulations for your new step in life.
Something great happened to Tao.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Hopefully
Yes.
it opens so many doors for you. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming.
But he's not leaving us at the podcast.
No. This one is ours.
Not yet.
Not yet. Anyway, so thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for your views. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking and commenting. We appreciate you so much. Please don't forget to follow us on our social platforms. I'm Cook and Wine on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and at Todo_Sims. Please get into my DMs. Tell me what you'd like me to talk about. And also we'll be having a channel on Instagram and WhatsApp where you can send us your dilemmas and we can talk about them here. Thank you so much. Bye.